Hi, it's Wednesday. I'm glad there's a little box before I'm glad it's not there anymore. It's one of those weeks, and I wonder if I'm the only one or if everyone or most people go through ups and downs where one day you're feeling great and energized, and but the next day you're just tired. And today is a day that I'm kind of tired. Like everything, I'm having to push myself to do things. But a couple of days ago, and this is awkward because I don't like, but I can't help but listen to Ryan Seacrest's Ryan's Roses in the morning. And it bothers me because I think it's all made up. I mean, is it real? Where they call, I mean, if you're cheating on it's normally the guy. And I don't know if it's always the guy who's cheating on that show. But if the guy is cheating and he gets a call from a flower shop offering a dozen roses to someone, anyone, and it's free. And what's the name of the person you want to give the roses to? I mean, like, don't everybody listen to Ryan's Roses? Or don't everybody know about the show? Because if I got the call, I mean, if I were the guy who's cheating and I got the call, I would know. So I was listening and I can't help, the stories are ridiculous. But I just can't help but listening to it. So a couple of days I was listening to it in the car in the morning on my way to dropping the kids off at school. And I missed the beginning, but they were talking about, and here's what Ryan's question was. Is it the same or as bad as when, and I'm gonna say the guy, because I'm the girl, the guy cheats physically or emotionally. So is it the same or as bad as if he cheats, if he's with someone physically, or he just cheats emotionally where he's interested on someone else, he's focusing on someone else, he's having conversations with someone else, so he's emotionally cheating. And Ryan, I think, said he thinks it's worse or the same. And there's a little bit of a debate what everyone thought on the show. And I finally wasn't sure what I thought, because my whole life I used to think that cheating physically was worse, way worse. But I don't think I ever actually thought about the possibility, or maybe I didn't know about or didn't understand what it was emotional cheating, until I had to go through it. So once I experienced emotional cheating, I thought it was really bad. And now I wonder if it's worse. I think it's at least as bad as, but maybe worse. And one of the girls on the show was saying that she thinks it's worse because someone might have just make a mistake where they go to Vegas, and that was the example, where they're in Vegas and they're drunk and wasted and they hook up with someone and they just cheat. And then never see that person they cheated with again. And it's all done and forgotten about. Versus emotional cheating where there's a connection. And normally time invested in someone else. So you're interested, you're communicating with that person, you have feelings for that person. So once you have feelings for that other person, that's really bad. So, and that's why I was a little shy about talking about this, because when I experienced the emotional cheating, I thought, I had reasons. I try to make myself believe that it's just a mistake. It can't be, right? If you're with someone, if you're like in a relationship, or you're seriously dating someone, or you're married to someone, obviously there are exceptions to, depends on what your relationship is like or where you're at. But in my case, and I know other people who's been through, bad experiences and cheating. If you don't know and you think things are okay, or you have problems in your relationship, but they're like considered normal problems, daily couples problems, where you argue about things and you have different opinion about things, but to go and get involved with someone else, it's just so disrespectful. Why? I never felt the need, so I don't understand. Unless, some relationships you're trapped in it, basically depending on cultural, traditions. But here, not for everyone in America, but where I come from, where my partners come from, it's okay to make choices and end the relationship if you're not happy, or I would expect more communication if you know things aren't going great and you'd like more of whatever it is, more attention, more physical attention, more time together, more romance, whatever it is. Isn't it better to try to communicate with your partner before going out and looking for it somewhere else? Or I know and I understand sometimes things are kind of okay with your partner or not great, but you don't think about communicating your problems, and then suddenly you meet someone else and you just can't help but be interested in that other person because you're not doing great with your spouse. But then there's still time. You can turn around and try to communicate with your partner and say, here, I'm not feeling great about our relationship. This is what I would like to change because I'm feeling that I'm withdrawing. I don't know. But just to say that I found out that emotional cheating is horrible. I don't want to say it's worse than physical cheating, but it's really bad. It's worse than I could expect. And I think in my case, really because when I accidentally found out about conversations and showing interest in someone else, social media, I don't like to blame it on social media because I don't think that's it. I'm on social media, but I'm not flirting with people, so I don't think it's social media's fault. I think it's the individual's fault, because if they're cheating on social media, they can do it anywhere else. So, but once you find out, in my case, I didn't believe. I thought, okay, it's just, what is it? So I asked, what is it? why are you talking to these people or this person this way? It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate, because I thought maybe he doesn't know, right? He just doesn't know. So I said, it's not nice. It's not nice because don't you think about what I might feel? And if you're in a relationship, there are, I don't want to say rules, but it's kind of like etiquette. Don't you know how you should behave? That's what I thought. Maybe he doesn't know. So I told him, it's not nice to talk like this to other people. You shouldn't be making these kind of comments, and he just straight out denied and lied and lied and lied. So to me, that made it worse. That was horrible, because he continued to do it for years. So I think the same with physical cheating. If it happens once, there's no excuses, and I don't think it's cool. Don't do it. But let's say you made a huge mistake and it happened once. Your spouse might be able to forgive. Physical cheating, I never experienced that I've known. I never found out. And if I had, I don't think I would forgive. No. So, is it worse? So these are things that are, Ryan's Roses, it's kind of, I can't believe that's true. But even if it's not true, they're talking about things that happen for real. That people experience. But I don't hear people talking about it much. It's only, I recently, and I can't say names, but, I know of friends, but you only find out after it's all done, and, after they're divorced, and years later. People don't really talk, and I'm only talking about this right now, but it's been a while. And I did try to talk to some people, mostly, family. It's kind of like they don't believe you. The person who's being cheated on. Or they say basically kind of like suck it up or deal with it or move on, forget about it. Because in general, and that's what I feel, or that I have been experiencing, people still believe that you have to suffer and struggle through relationships just simply in order to keep your marriage alive. And then they'll talk about the kids. I think I'm changing the subject now, but yes, I wish and I hope people will share more about this kind of experiences, because it really affects the people involved and the people that are being hurt. And they'll say, I even heard, I think my therapist said, but did he have like intimacy with someone else? I'm like, not that I know. It's not cheating. Like, it is cheating. I'm sorry. Yes. If they do something, it's emotional cheating or virtual cheating. It goes against, how can I put it? What you've agreed on in your relationship. It's disrespectful. Some people are okay with like an open relationship where they date other people. So yes, so that wouldn't be cheating. But so that was, I think, the first time that I listened to Ryan's Roses where I got a little emotional and kind of confused, because I'm like, yes, what is it, as bad or worse, or what's worse? Emotional cheating or physical cheating, or both? Bye.